Welcome back, and welcome to the new people. It's your friendly neighborhood Netman2939 here for another teaching edition of Netman2939. This video is for Say Uncle or Die on Reddit, but just a little heads up. I ended up rambling a bit longer than I meant to, so I went ahead and added a TLDR version right after this message. And if you just want to see that, and if you want to see more, continue watching and I kind of go into it deeper. Okay, real quick, I'll give you the short version. You don't want to auto combo if you don't have to, and if you are going to auto combo, you want to make sure you use your double jump no matter what. And you want to make sure you finish with a sliding knockdown. Sliding knockdown, not vanish into Dragon Rush like this. Not unless you absolutely have to, and you're going to get the kill or something. If you can avoid auto combos, that's even better because you can use your lights to go into mediums into jumps and then into sliding, and you get more damage, more meter, and a better knockdown. There you go. Yeah, so that was the TLDR version that I mentioned, and it gets the point across. It's not as deep as I want it to be, so like I said, if you want to see more detail, check out the rest of the video. It's about 13 minutes long, I think. Peace. Okay, this one goes out to Say Uncle or Die, who did a combo and posted it on Reddit and wanted to know how good it is. I'll show you exactly what the combo was. Just like that. Auto combo into Vanish, Dragon Rush, level 5. Now, it is a very, very, very beginner combo, like super beginner, but we've all been there. That's the good news. We've all been there. We've all had this, and I'm telling you, I actually have a video from 2 years ago on YouTube where I posted like the first time I ever learned how to vanish into Dragon Rush into Super, because I was like, oh my god, like, I had no idea you could do it, so I understand why you're excited. But let me explain some of the things you could do different and better to improve it when you're ready. For example, somebody in the thread mentioned how you have 2 jumps. You have a jump off the ground, and then you have a jump you do in the air. Okay, that's your double jump. So one of the most basic things you didn't do was you didn't use your air jump. Okay, so here, after this, you can jump again, like just like that, and get the same, and get the pretty much everything else is the same. You just jumped twice. See? So now I get 2 extra hits. But also, you don't want to have to Vanish Dragon Rush unless you just really need the extra damage or the sliding knockdown, better sliding knockdown perhaps. So, you can end the combo like this. But make sure to use that double jump. That is his quarter circle forward light. Or, you could do this. Make sure to use the double jump. And then after that second JM, or actually JLL in the air, use his 2H. His J2H, his down heavy. Because that's going to give you a good sliding knockdown so that you can stay right on him. Okay? But where do we use that ground jump? Well, let's get to that. Actually, let's start with mediums. So instead of auto comboing, which is, good to get started, what you want to be able to do is use your lights and use them into mediums. So with Gogeta is kind of harder to do this with because his second L kind of puts them in the air, and the timing of it's a little weird. So for my purposes here, I will show you how to go straight from the normal 5L into other things. For example, 5L into his down medium. See? Or 5L into a standing medium. And you can just press literally 5L into both his mediums, and even if you wanted to, you could even do that straight into his medium auto combo. But you don't really want to do auto combos. So what you could do instead, once you get the mediums, is do a heavy. So let's say light, M, heavy. See? Or even better, potentially. So you can't do that order, but you can... With most characters, this would give you a better knockdown, but he hits only like this instead of downward. So, but keep that in mind for other characters, because like with Vegeta, if you did this, you wouldn't get your sliding knockdown. But if you do this, you do get your sliding knockdown. You see, so that's a pretty big difference, pretty big important thing. But once you get that down, you really want to be able to do it in a certain order so that you can use your first jump. The order would be down medium, standing medium, and then jump with jump light, jump medium, something like that. So we do 5L, down medium, see? And you can even do that second light into the double jump. And this is just an extremely basic combo. And by the way, in case you didn't know, if you start the combo with a medium, it does even more damage. It's called something about scaling. So you see I get 4,000 damage, where the light version gets like 35 maybe. Of course, Gogeta does pretty daggone good damage even with his light, so you can see a bigger difference with Vegeta, because he gets 3,300 versus 4,000. Alright, so like I said, you want to be able to get that light, but instead of going straight into the auto, you go into this down medium and then you jump up, and then you can keep just hitting light. You don't have to bother manually doing medium or heavy if you don't want to. Just make it simple for you. I mean, you obviously can if you want to. You obviously can if you want to, but it's actually a little harder, even for me, because the height of his buttons can mess you up. So doing light allows the character to rise to the height that he needs to be at in order to not drop the hits. Whereas if you manually do it, you can, but it's like, and it does a little more damage when you do it certain manual ways. But it's not really worth it for what you're doing right now. So like, it's easier to show on him, where like you could do like that, you know, which is basically 2M, 5M, LL, JLL, down medium, standing medium, and jump light. But the better thing to do would be like, which is JMLL, jump medium, jump light, or just jump medium, light. So that's something to keep in mind with other characters. Well, it doesn't really apply to Blue Gogeta though, because if you tried the JMLL with him, it would work apparently. I didn't think that would work. That's interesting. Okay. But still, because he gets multi-hits off that, it's not really worth it. In fact, you're better off doing, yeah, like, just 2 JMs of Fate. I guess not. Well, we're all learning something. So, let's recap. Don't auto-combo, unless you have to. No need to vanish, unless you just really need the extra damage, because you want to keep that bar. It's important to keep that bar as much as you can. You want to try to go from your lights to your mediums into your heavies. You want to try to get a sliding knockdown, whichever way you want to do that. You can even use the heavy version of your special move to get that knockdown. And one last thing, even though his level 5 is really cool, you actually do more damage if you change into your other characters using the assist buttons, like L1 or L2. Now I'm not even going to go into how to do the combos off of the assist. I just mean doing the supers. So for example, literally, let's just take the exact combo you did, okay? What did we get here? I already forgot. I think we're looking at maybe 5,000, I guess 6,000. Now, if you only had him available, or only one other character, that's really good. But, since I've got two characters here, I wonder what happens if I change into them. And you have to hold back on one of them to get the level 3. 6,500 instead of 5,900. Okay? Nice bit of difference. And even if we just did one character, it would be close to the same, and you would spend less bar. Now that's actually less damaging, but so I just spent 4 bars. Well, technically I still spent 5 because of the vanish, but so instead of spending a vanish and 5 bars after that, so 6 bars altogether, I spent a vanish and then 4 bars and got almost the exact same amount of damage, like just like what, 200 less. So why not go ahead and just do that? You know what I'm saying? So like I said, these aren't fancy combos at all. You've got lots of cool stuff that you can do that's way better than this. And shit that I don't even really know how to do with this guy. But this is just your real basic stuff that you gotta learn. And it's what we call B and B combos, which is your bread and butter, your very basic stuff. And this is just something for you to work toward. Remember to use that double jump. That's it. Use that double jump in the sliding knockdowns. Don't super unless you have to. It's one thing. Lower skilled, newer players. I don't want to say lower skilled, but newer players seem to think that after every daggum combo you have to end with supers. You know, like they just think every freaking combo you gotta, you know, I gotta finish with a super. But like, there's no reason. What you really want to do is get good Oki. Oki means the ability to follow up, like after the knockdown. So you get that knockdown. You get that knockdown, and then you stay right on top of them. You see? It's really important to be able to stay on them so you can kind of continue your pressure, go high-low, yada yada yada. That way you can decide if you want to, you know, go high, go low, as opposed to if you do his super, then he's just over there. You know what I mean? You can't do anything after that. So, I don't know. This might not be the best advice in the world, but I just want to give you an idea of what you could do with this character. That I would recommend, by the way, using slightly more simple characters, because for newer characters, I think having somebody that gets an actual knockdown like this is so important. As opposed to, you know, as opposed to this shit where he just knocks people to the side. Like, he doesn't knock him down. But he does have options to knock him down. He does have the options. He's got that. And he's got the, he's got this move, which we went over it. And once you learn to catch people with, once you learn how to do combos after Vanish, he's one of the few characters that can easily, well, I say easily, but he's one of the few characters that can easily continue to super dash after he uses his smash because he's got this awesome J2S. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Sorry I went a little longer than I meant to, but hopefully you get the idea.